Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Thank you for taking time out of your day to check the video out. We have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and cover today, and we're starting with an update once again regarding PlayStation Plus price increases. And it turns out that South America is not the only region where PlayStation Plus is getting a price increase. We have an update here being reported by Push Square. They say it's not just South America that will be subject to PS Plus price increases, as now Sony has announced price hikes in Australia as well. And so, yeah, this is something that is catching people a little bit off guard, because it seemed like yesterday it was just relegated to South America, but now there are other regions that are experiencing price increases. They say a substantial increase then, but it's worth noting that on the current exchange rates, $214 Australian is about 133 US dollars, which is less than Americans pay for PS Plus Premium annually. Of course, we understand other economic factors are at play here, and it's missing the cloud streaming feature available in other parts of the world. We would also like to point out that many Asian countries, including Hong Kong, China, and Taiwan, will also be hit with the price increases as well, and these changes are going into effect starting April 16th. So yeah, no matter which way you slice it, it sucks. It always sucks to see price increases. It does seem like Sony is trying to, make it so that whatever people are paying in these regions is going to be, it's going to be the US dollar equivalent, essentially. But yeah, I wanted to be sure to update you guys about this. Hopefully this is where it ends and we're not going to see any more PS Plus price increases. But if we do, I will keep you guys updated. Moving on from that, we have some more not so great news for Sony, where Naughty Dog announced another version of The Last of Us 1 and 2 releasing on PlayStation 5, being reported by PlayStation Lifestyle. They say just in time for the TV adaptation's premiere, Sony and Naughty Dog revealed The Last of Us Complete. This new release of the critically acclaimed series puts both The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 in one package for PS5. The Last of Us Complete is available digitally right now on the PlayStation Store, along with both games. It includes each game's respective DLC, including the Left Behind prequel chapter from Part 1 and the Lost Levels from Part 2. For players who have somehow made it this far with a PS5 console and not purchased either of these games, the bundle is priced at $100 US. And it's worth noting that there will be a physical version of this. So it says for all collectors out there, The Last of Us Complete is getting a physical version on July 10th. Here's everything that is included in the physical collector's edition of the bundle, as noted on PlayStation Direct, where as of right now, that is the only place you can exclusively pre-order this. You're going to get a steelbook case with physical discs of The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2 remastered, Left Behind prequel chapter, The Last of Us American Dreams comics number 1 through 4 with new cover art, a set of 4 lithographic art prints, and a thank you letter from Neil Druckmann. So right now, both Sony and Naughty Dog are getting completely clowned on for this announcement, which is, I would say, completely understandable, because it really has become kind of ridiculous the amount of times that they are re-releasing these games and selling them again. I don't think it's like that big of a deal at the end of the day, ultimately, because they're just taking the first game and the second game, packaging them together. But it's still a bad look, right? It's just one of these things where it's like, when can we expect Naughty Dog to not keep re-releasing the same games? I think what really makes it so bad and why people are giving them such a hard time about this is because they have yet to release something new. The last new game that Naughty Dog released was The Last of Us Part 2. And, prior to that, it was Uncharted 4 in 2016. So it's been a very long time since they've, released a new game. They did announce Intergalactic. And people are going to give them credit for that, as they should. They're working on a brand new game. And of course, some people are being way too hyperbolic about this announcement, making it sound like, this is literally the only thing that Naughty Dog is currently working on. And that's simply not true. But there's just no denying that it's not a good look. Naughty Dog has done nothing but talk about The Last of Us and re-release stuff regarding The Last of Us this entire generation. So they're doing it again with The Last of Us Complete. Let me know if it's something you're interested in. Moving on from that, we're talking about Kojima Productions' Physint. For anybody who forgot about this, this was announced, I think it was announced at the beginning of 2024, where Sony announced another partnership with Kojima Productions, where once Death Stranding 2 was finished development and released, Kojima was going to start working on Physint, which is going to be his return to action, espionage, and it's pretty cool, actually. This is being reported by Genki Japan. It says, Hideo Kojima says after Death Stranding 2 and OD, he will enter Phase 2 of Kojima Productions with Physint. He says after Physint, he doesn't know whether the next project he does will be a movie or a game. Physint is an action espionage game made with PlayStation that aims to transcend the barriers between film and video games. Kojima also said that creating anime will also be part of Phase 2 for Kojima Productions. So I just wanted to give you guys a small update because we know that, Death Stranding 2 is about to release in just a couple months. When it comes to the OD project that he's working on with Microsoft, I mean, I have to imagine at this point it's close to being done as well. And so after that, he's going to enter what he calls Phase 2 for Physint. And I wonder what that is. I'm assuming that means full production. It sounds like Physint has been in pre-production maybe this entire time. But who knows, maybe Phase 2 is actually officially entering pre-production. But either way, I think it's safe to say that this game is going to be a PlayStation 6 title. And I'm actually very excited about it because it does seem like it's going to be essentially the spiritual successor to Metal Gear Solid from the creator of Metal Gear Solid. And that's very exciting. But moving on to the next topic, we have a release date leaking for a big game that's coming out this year. This is being reported by Push Square. They say publisher 2K appears to have accidentally leaked its own release date for Mafia the Old Country with a Steam news post promoting an upcoming PAX East panel, stating the game will be out for PS5 on August 8th, 2025. The article no longer contains the text in question, but an original copy was captured by Ben over on Twitter. And it says, given the paragraph was attached to a piece about an upcoming PAX East panel, it's certainly possible that Hangar 13 plans to officially share the release date there. The game has been slated for summer release, so early August would line up with this, leaked date. Mafia the Old Country was announced roughly 8 months ago for PS5, but very little of it has actually been shown. With a release date now expected at this PAX East panel, it's likely that new gameplay will accompany it as well. And so, yeah, this is a game that definitely caught my eye when it was announced, and I think a lot of people are very excited about it. And yeah, I think it's safe to say that they accidentally released or announced the release date here, that being August 8th. So August right now is shaping up to be, I would say, a pretty good month. We're looking at apparently Mafia the Old Country and also Metal Gear Solid Delta. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to playing these games in August. But moving on to the final topic of the video here, we have the next Xbox game releasing on PS5. We have a release date for it being reported by PlayStation Lifestyle. They say Microsoft has announced that the next Xbox Game Studios title will release on PS5 in May. Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition will be available on May 1st for those who pre-order its premium edition, and will be out on May 6th for everyone else. Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition is a celebration of the hit game's 25th anniversary. It includes the original campaigns alongside the following expansions: Lords of the West, Dynasties of India, and Dawn of the Dukes. Pre-ordering any edition of the game will come with the following bonuses: the Mountain Royals DLC and 24 bonus animated profile icons. Age of Empires 2 Standard Edition is $40 and the Premium Edition costs $60. The Premium Edition content includes the Three Kingdoms, Chronicles, Battle for Greece, the Mountain Royals, Return to Rome, and Victors and Vanquished. The PS Store also has a listing for Age of Empires 2 and Age of Mythology Premium Bundle, as the name suggests. This bundle contains premium editions for both games for $100. So yeah, I wanted to put this out here because I did see some people expressing excitement for this. They're looking forward to playing it in May. And yeah, I mean, between all the Microsoft releases that are happening this month in April and also now this coming in May, it just seems like Microsoft really is just firing these games off one after another, just releasing them on PlayStation. So let me know if this is an Xbox game that you're looking forward to playing and picking up. But guys, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. If you did, be sure to leave it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.